steps. And then the screams began. A second later, even as he ran toward the castle to prevent it, Broderick saw his worst nightmare realized. Aisling, his wife, had arrived. Her hair, bright in flame-light, streamed back from her brow as she ran. Her back was straight, skin gold in the light of torch and fire. He shouted then, shouted for her to stop, to go back, to run. She had heard the cries too, and had come to save the maids. The whole world was in slow motion. Broderick saw her run at the men who had opened the door. He heard her cry of horror, and then her battle cry. She swung a staff at the nearest attacker as she screamed it. Then he saw the man with the axe. She had not seen him. Standing in the shadows behind her, he raised his axe. "Aisling!" he screamed. She fell. The bright hair tumbled into blackness, covered with soot. Broderick was immobile with horror. He could not scream, could not move. The man with the axe wiped the blade free of blood, and then ran back to the shattered door, the door Aisling died to protect. The axeman walked inside, intent on plunder, and the screams continued. Screams, and blood, and fire, and death. More death. Each night in Broderick's dreams, the same scene played out. Again and again, and each time she fell. In falling, she had killed Broderick's heart. Each night he remembered. He also remembered who was responsible. Bradley Tartan. Broderick's family had rebuilt almost everything they had lost, except their men-at-arms. They simply did not have the force to take on their enemies, not when they were backed by powerful allies, the MacAdams. To avenge himself, Broderick would have to find an army. And the easiest way to do that is to wed. Marriages meant alliances, and alliances brought strength. Sitting in his bedchamber, firelight illuminating the furs on the bed in soft orange, Broderick knew he would never love again. His heart had died with Aisling. He could not love his new bride, whoever she would be. Tomorrow he might find out who that was. He had scheduled a meeting with the Earl of Lochlann, the most powerful man in the region, who had 3 marriageable kinswomen, Amabel, Alina, and Chrissy. If the Earl agreed to accept his offer, he would have access to the entire force of men at Lochlann Castle. He would travel there tomorrow. Chapter 1. Dressing for Dinner. "Must I see another suitor?" Amabel du Mas rolled her eyes. She heard her younger sister laugh behind her, and shot Alina an inquiring look. "What?" Alina said playfully. "It's going to have to be one of us, and frankly, I'd rather you than me." She grinned and adjusted the silver fillet that held her dark hair off her brow. Amabel threw a roll of ribbon at her sister, but it missed. They both laughed, though for Amabel, at least, the merriment faded quickly. The 2 girls were in Amabel's chamber at the top of Lochlann Castle. They were dressing for dinner, where, they had been informed that morning, they would be meeting another suitor. The 4th one in 2 weeks. Amabel hated it. They both did, but there was no escape. Their Uncle Brien, Earl of Lochlann, had said it would be so, and there was nothing they could do or say. Amabel looked out through the arched window over the